There you go, that's right in the middle. Hey, Sean here from SpeedCubeReview.com. Let's talk about the MoYu AoSu GTS version 2. If you watch the unboxing, you know that I said I heard about it, but I didn't think it was going to be an actual thing that was coming out anytime soon or at all. And yeah, I received this prototype and it is fantastic. It felt kind of like the first one. It's a similar size. It's about 61.2 millimeters. They're still the same right here, although this one feels a little bit more squared off. This one feels a little bit more bubbly. This is the original one. And so this one felt a little bit smaller out of the box. I actually thought it was 60 millimeter until I got a really nice, accurate measurement of it. And yeah, it's the same. But it feels a little bit smaller. I think it might be because it's not as bubbly feeling. As far as performance, it performed very similarly out of the box. It was quite fast, actually too fast, a little bit scratchy, and yeah, that was about it. Nothing super crazy. And then I kept doing some solves on it, and my times just were getting better and better. And I don't keep super close track of my times, but I set what I believe is a new personal best single, average of 5, average of 100. I posted on Instagram a 36 that I got on this. I did a bunch of 40s in a row, which I'll probably put that in the video. I did that for the speed solving forum. And yeah, so let's talk about a couple things with it. Now, as far as from the old one, the shades are the same for white, blue, red, orange, except for yellow. They have a new fluorescent yellow, which that was probably the biggest thing needing an upgrade compared to Chi-Yi's yellow. It's much more similar to that now. That was the one thing I felt like MoYu needed to upgrade, and they did, which was good. As far as corner cutting, it does what it needs to do for a big cube. I don't think I can get it all the way to 45, but if you're on a big cube needing more than that, then, you know, work on accuracy. But I haven't really gotten many catches or any catches at all that are beyond, you know, my own issues with it. And the only adjustments I've had to do are tighten the tensions. It was good out of the box, but then after you use it, sometimes it feels like it gets a bit looser. I think that has to do with the springs compressing. And then, so I had to tighten those tensions, and then also I needed to slow it down. So I've been adding a little bit of lube just to slow that down. That's kind of the big thing about it. I don't know when it's going to come out, but let's take a piece apart because I want to compare them to show what's different about this. So as far as edge pieces, they look pretty much similar. This has a little smaller, I guess, point to it than the old version. It's slight, but one of those things that I can't really tell too much of a difference. The big thing that there is a difference is this cutout here. And that also has to do with that edge piece there. So we have kind of a track now. So it reminds me of things you might see on a 3x3. And actually, let me grab that GTS3. So 3x3s have been having similar things with the edges having more of an indent, so you have that center bump. And then also the corners on a 3x3 have a little bit more of an indent there, not just straight cut, which that's also the thing that has changed in the 4x4. So if we look at a corner, and let's see if I could just, nope, can't really get a corner out without taking other pieces out. So let's take some other pieces out. So the corners, the bottom of them don't look too different. I think the new one, yep, that's a little bit larger there. And which probably is good for corner twisting. I haven't had a corner twist on a 4x4 in a while. The stock's a little bit different. Those are small changes, but this is what's really big. This is helping out with corner cutting. My biggest issue with the first AoSu GTS was that I just felt like it caught a lot and caught on these corner pieces. They felt very basic, and it felt like using, I almost want to say, a Guanlong, where it can do, Guanlongs can corner cut up to 45 sometimes, but you know, if you're not accurate, you'll catch on that just because it's not super flexible. So that was my one issue, and it seems that they have fixed that. So there's a lot of good changes. I think everything that was needing to be adjusted was adjusted. One thing also, if you were following any issues or news about the first one. With the first one, there were center stocks that were breaking, and that got fixed with the first one. When I was actually helping out, working with SpeedCube Shop, I was told that they have changed the cores and that some people were, you know, There are ones that need to be replaced. Other than that, it's really nice. I think as far as feeling, if you haven't used any of the GTS puzzles, which they have the 4x4, the 5x5, 6x6, I guess probably 7x7 soon, but they all have a similar feeling. It's pretty fast all throughout all of these, and it's this really nice, smooth, scratchy feeling. It's hard to really explain, but bubbly, I guess is what I want to say. You can hear that it just feels like the pieces are rolling off of each other. Magnets might be what I'm feeling also. There's not too much I can really say else with this. It's definitely fast out of the box. If you feel like 62 is slightly too large, but 60 is too small, well, there you go, that's right in the middle. I like smaller puzzles, and I do wish that this was made in 60 or smaller than that, but you know, it's not always, like, even with the original AoSu, the mini AoSu performs slightly different than the full size, even though they're practically the same thing. So as long as it performs the same, I would love to see a smaller one, but I don't know if that's going to happen. If there was a competition tomorrow, I mean, there's going to be one in October I'm going to in Ohio, and unless something changes, I will for sure be using this one over my Cyclone Boys and over the Whoosh Way, just because I've had nothing I can really complain about besides it's sometimes too fast. So thank you very much, MoYu, for sending this over. I'm just super impressed by it, and I don't know when it's going to be out, but hopefully soon. And my cat just came up and meowed, so maybe you heard that. Yep, she's still meowing. I'm going to finish this. I'm not going to edit this out. Stop meowing. You have food. You have food. And you have water. What do you want? I'm making a video. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this in the future, and as always, stop by speedcubeview.com for more news and reviews.